this one. Wrong, the force is scared of this one. A galaxy far, far away. He brings the pain in the light of day. No saber, no blaster. He's the only master. The dark side runs away. He is the chosen one. Through the swamp on a rubber raft. Norris. Yoda saw the moves and he did the math. Sarlacc tried to eat him for a snack. He lassoed up the beach and he didn't look back. Walked into the throne room, emperor on the chair. Caught the force lightning like it wasn't even there.
I am your father.
Kid.
I'm your daddy.
Death Stars. Death Stars. Stars! Norris! Joke. Norris.
Come on, tough guy.
Welcome to the Friday nights. I'm Jason Sandberg. Fellas, good week at the LCS.
Yes.
Picked up the latest issue of Spawn, The Dark Ages. Now, I got to say, this is a labor of love by Liam Sharp. I'm going to confess, first off, there's no chains, there's no alleys, and there's no machine guns. I don't know how they can put Spawn on the cover, but apparently Todd's okay with that. The artwork is fantastic. The story is intriguing. I'm kind of lost. Like, I'm reading it, but I'm like, it's kind of go over my head. So I'm gonna have to reread this when the whole thing's done. But this is issue 4 of 6. So far, it's just been a pleasure to pick up and read, even though I'm only retaining like half of it. But wish me luck. I'll reread the whole thing when it's done. And then again, latest issue of Skinbreaker. This thing's almost done. And again, Robert Kirkman loves comic books. Paid David Finch all kinds of money to do double-sized original art. Let him work on it, take his time, and this thing's just a labor of love. Great book. Looking forward to this wrapping up. It's a good book. And then I got this in the mail today.
Oh wow!
This is a Phenomenova 3. I went with the Per Berg cover because it's a fantastic cover. Look great.
That's wild.
So, and Vaughn, that little munchkin, he's already like this whole week he's been driving around going to conventions, and people have been doing the Where's Waldo with Vaughn. Like, where is he? He's running everywhere doing conventions, and he's doing signups. He's going to start signups for issue 4 of this. He's a monster. He's like Paul Thayer levels of accomplishment.
Yeah, there's just
over
machines. Yeah, it's insane. He even he dressed up as Cloud. People giving him a hard time. I asked him where his sword was, but let him have his fun. What are you doing?
So looking forward to having Vaughn on the show again. And Craig, could you bring up? I put the Jupiter 2 sign up in the chat. Can you bring it up?
Yes, most certainly.
We're at 143 signups. We're on the way to 150 signups. If you haven't signed up yet, please head on over there, sign up. That way you're notified when the campaign launches. It's probably going to be July, maybe August. I'm continuing to work on the book. It's going to be fantastic to start showing some samples with you soon. But please sign up so you'll be notified when the campaign launches.
Yeah.
Craig, how was your week?
Good. Me and Gonzalo were on our last 4 pages of Soltac issue 5, so we're getting close to production being done, and me having to finally do the sign up like you're doing and do the campaign, which always makes me nervous. I think I might have an 1,800 goal. I don't know. I'm still on the fence if I want to put 2,000 or 1,800. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about the insanity today, other than I've got my internet's better than it's ever been, and my phone plan is now better than it's ever been. So hey, that's
nice.
I pulled out some Brian Polito, old school Chaos Comics, because I saw Vinny's City of Venus is like about the undead, and obviously I read all the Walking Dead, but a lot of people don't know about Brian Polito's Dead King and Homicide. I don't know. Have you read any of this stuff from Brian Polito?
Was that before or after Evil Ernie?
It's the same sort of universe as Evil Ernie. Yeah. He's just he's like an undead zombie that can think and like a person. He's not a brainless zombie. So that's why he's the Dead King.
Okay.
Because all the other zombies realize, hey, this one can think. This one can think for us, right?
It's like in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
That's exactly it. Yes. And then speaking of Evil Ernie, I had those too as well. So yeah, I figured I'd just pull out some of Brian's comics and share those.
Very cool.
That's what I was reading this week. Michael, how was your week?
It wasn't bad. A little stressful at points, but it all works out in the end, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
This week, I decided to highlight a killer indie comic company. They've been crushing it for quite some time. Alterna Comics.
Yes.
They put out beautiful comics for. They put out insanely great comics for an insanely reasonable price. I mean, look at that. What $1.99, right? Nuts. Beautiful. Then we have by one of my favorite artists, Josh Howard.
Oh yeah.
This is more of a bigger size edition that they put out.
Yeah.
Really cool. And then of course possibly their flagship, King Cryptid.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's a great book. and I did fan art for this that I should go grab at some point. But yeah, everyone should support all comics. Get out there, go to their site, just grab as many as you can. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Gods and Gears, that was another good alternate title. I recommend that one too.
I grabbed like their #1 bundle a couple years back, so I've got like 30 issue ones of alternate comics, and I flipped through all of them. They're really good stuff. Tinseltown was in there, Josh's book was in there. It was like a really good introduction to the whole line. I really enjoyed reading it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Vinnie, welcome to the show. First time visiting us. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's great to finally stream with you.
Yeah, dude, it is. Yeah, you guys are pretty cool. Those first couple of books you showed, it's funny too, because I have some connections with that as well. Yeah, I was a former lead designer at McFarlane Toys, and that Liam Sharp Spawn book. So some of the original designs that I had done were for the Dark Age medieval Spawn stuff. I did the entire line, including the Spawn on the horse with the battle axe and all that. And some of the designs we loosely were taking them from Liam a little bit, and then I was changing up stuff. So like that whole line, we had to do like 2 sets of those figures because we had KB toy stores and they wanted specific kind of variants and stuff like that. So they have different heads and different paint jobs. So like I designed like the entire wave of these things. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Good job. Well done.
Nice. I do have that. I have the first issue of that book too. And I know what you mean. His writing, it's interesting because it's like the old English and it gets tricky at times.
It's cool because it's England during the Roman occupation, and I highly recommend it. It feels like a heavy metal story in the Spawn universe, and it's a good read. So I recommend it, but it's pretty wild.
Yeah, Sharp's books, they're really good. His style's fantastic, and he's a good dude as well. I gotta say, I ran into Vaughn as well, the Phenomenova kid, about 2 years ago. I was online somewhere, and he overheard a conversation, and he ended up buying a book I had there. I had I didn't have a table. I had a couple copies with me because I was talking to a few people. And he bought Through the Woods from me. So thank you. He was a nice kid, but he's got a lot of energy, and it's good to see that he's making the rounds and all that stuff. Yeah,
him and Paul Thayer give me hope for the future. Those two guys running around out there, having a good time, doing good work. It's good to see.
Yeah, they're not.
Vinnie, I have to ask. Vinnie, I have to ask you, as someone who will never ever be the lead designer at McFarlane Toys, I am nonetheless super interested in how one becomes the lead designer at McFarlane Toys. That's amazing.
It was a little bit crazy. It was kind of like right out of high school. I saw in the Spawn books, they had like an ad in the back of it. They were looking for artists for his studios, but they didn't say what specifically. So my brother Frank had the idea. He goes, why don't we film the work instead of just sending like copies? He goes, because like they're going to get tons and tons of mail, but what's going to stick out? And he's like, a videotape or something. So sent it, got a call, went up. This is when they had the studio in Jersey, and went for an interview and pretty much stayed. So I did a lot of designs for them. I had maybe 3 or 4 years worth of work that came out. And even up until recently, they re-released that Spawn on the Blood Axe on the horse. It's in GameStop. That was my design. Cool. Although they changed the horse, they reused the horse from Jonah Hex and what was it, the Dark Knight Batman? Because if you take him off the horse, apparently the bat symbol is on the saddle. So this is what happens when you outsource to China. I mean, back in the day, we weren't really doing that. I mean, they were sculpting in-house. Like I did all the drawings, I designed all the things. Then it would get to to the sculptors. We'd have a back and forth sometimes. Todd would like approve the process with each kind of stuff that we went along. Much like this, we were kind of like the first kind of webcams. It was like 20 something years ago. And it was interesting. It was interesting, but it's like one of those kind of Mr. Rogers field trips kind of gone wrong. Like it's fun, it's exciting. He was one of my heroes, and then when you start to see a lot of this stuff inside, it's like, oh shit, really?
So,
But,
and then like
that's
chicken or the egg type of thing. So was it like, did you love comics and that got you into design, or vice versa? Did design get you into wanting to make comics?
I loved comics. I met Stan Lee a couple times when I was a kid. My father actually knew Bob Kane, the creator of Batman. And my father, when he came from the old country, he actually cut Bob Kane's hair. And so he knew him for like a couple of years. And it was around the time of like the 60s Batman show, and he was trying to give my father some tips and stuff, but my father didn't know anything about stocks and things like that. So it is what it is. But he had like personal Christmas cards, things like that. So it was interesting. But when 89 Batman came out, you know, he took us when we were kids, and my father's jaw hit the floor because he didn't realize how like the characters and stuff were connected to people that he knew in New York around that time, including the owner of the barber shop. His name was Alfred. So
okay,
kind of funny how that worked out. But I fell in love with McFarlane's stuff. The other creators around that time, Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee, you know, like most of the indie guys, like we all kind of geared towards that stuff. But and when I met Stan, that's gonna kind of like seal the deal for me. I met him when Marvel was about to go under, and he did a signing, and they were opening up like a museum. It was like a cartoon museum, and he came for the Marvel side of things, and he was telling people about the X-Men deal and the Spider-Man one. He goes, it might save them, but he was on the fence because he was kind of on the outs around that point too. People seem to forget that. But so when I met him, I kind of cut the line because I didn't have anything. It was just my artwork just to show him. And they let me, which was cool. So I didn't know he was going to do a signing. And he flipped through and goes, yeah, your stuff's great, kid. He goes, but go to the other guys. Marvel might be going under. So I was like, all right, but don't stop because you're doing great stuff, kid. I really like this. So fast forward a little bit. And I met him. Well, I met him 3 times. The last time I met him is when he actually bought original artwork from me. And that was amazing. Absolutely amazing for me. And those pieces now reside in a really good friend's collection. He bought it, and I got an extra message from Beyond the Grave, kind of from the guy who was working with Stan. So I mean, it's awesome. It's kind of cool how it came full circle in a way.
It's wild.
That is awesome. That's fantastic.
Pretty nice stuff.
Well, Vinnie, thank you for joining us tonight. And we'll be baselining your campaign in just a minute or two. But Craig, who's in the chat tonight?
Yeah, are we gonna try that? This chat's just been humming nonstop for like 20 minutes, Jason.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. So Vulcan was first. Vulcan says, "Happy Friday, dudes and dudettes." So Vulcan was number 1. Let's see if I can do this with my fat sausage fingers. All right, Austin's there. It says Bing Bong, and Austin's coming to join us. I finally got in touch with Good Stuff. So a lot of us aren't realizing that when Twitter went end-to-end encryption with all their DMs, what happens is any person you've ever talked to that isn't end-to-end encrypted, their message doesn't move to the top of your contact chats. So people have been messaging people since they've done this, and no one's seeing the messages because it stays buried. It doesn't reset until
that explains a lot.
Until it gets end-to-end encrypted. So Austin
how many hookups didn't happen because of something like that? I mean, how many babies weren't born because the hookup didn't happen because of that, right?
Yeah. So Austin messaged Good Stuff because Good Stuff didn't click it or receive it. It got buried. But luckily they have contacted. I know Good Stuff did some tweaks to a video for him. So hopefully that worked out. But I'm glad to see that. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, let me know when you want to hear some of the stuff I've been reading too. Sorry.
Yeah. What you got?
I found like a collected edition. I have the single issues, but I don't know if anyone's read Tokyo Ghost. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like this was a pretty killer series. I got both volumes of that. For those who are unaware of Sean Gordon Murphy's stuff. We'll talk a little bit about this later too. Shadow of the Kraken. It's one of my books. But
Nice.
yeah, I was flipping through that again. It's been a minute since I saw the hard copy, but we do have them. And of course, Joe Mad. He was like, oh, sorry, my camera's doing this.
Battle Chasers. Yeah.
No, Wolverine and Spider-Man. This was
what year did that come out?
What year? Let me see, maybe 10 years ago.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, because he worked with Zeb Wells when they did this.
Okay.
He came back for a short time. He kept doing like little sporadic kind of things, but yeah, this was this one of the Spider-Man books, one of the spin-off titles. Avenging Spider-Man. That was
Okay.
That was the title. So it's like the first 3 issues of that. Then it's Savage Wolverine 6 through 8. So yeah, it's kind of cool what they did here. And yeah, so we have a story with Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Elektra in this. Cool. This one's a hardcover. Found on eBay for like a pretty good price. But who doesn't love Joe Mad's work? You know,
Great.
That guy's stuff's incredible. Yeah, from Battle Chasers, all that great stuff. So
yeah,
those are a couple of things I've been kind of looking through again recently. But
Good picks.
Very cool.
Nice.
So also jump into Chris Fisk. Speaking of getting people connected with each other, says, "Hey everyone, sending prayers out to Pizza Medi and Alterna Comics tonight." Yeah,
hell yeah, man. And yeah, Chris is a great dude. Again, go check out his projects as well, man. He's got awesome stuff. Infinitale Chronicles. Got some work on the new one too.
No, that's cool. Craig got the master. What do you go? The
War
MacGuffin
chest.
or the war chest.
Yes,
Get the war chest.
Yep.
I got issues 1 through 3 in trade volume, and then also got it in a manga, but I don't want to rip the plastic.
I thought when my box arrived, I thought that was impressive until Craig had to one-up me with his bigger box, emasculating me.
Chris he's a legend, man. I've never seen anybody deliver like him. Like he is the works, including his own personal like tissue paper in there. Like that is above and beyond.
That's a really nice touch. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Vinny, did you say you did something for him?
Yeah, I got a piece in there as well.
Nice.
One of his main characters. He's got the hand on the book, and it's kind of like it's the ink's going up his arm. Very cool
nice.
Piece. And if anyone who has that, look in the back of it how to translate the actual words. I put a little Easter egg on in the book. He didn't even know until I told him before he printed it just in case. But yeah, it was a pretty cool surprise, a nerd moment.
I'll definitely go check that out.
Pretty good stuff.
Radio Stories Now joining us as well says, "Hey everyone, and happy Friday! Happy Friday!"
Hello.
Yeah. The lovely Caitlin.
Yeah.
Nice.
And someday, Radio Stories Now will be on here with her campaign. Mark my words, it won't be too long.
That would be amazing. It's got to happen.
SF Games joining us is Hail Friday Nights. Hail as well.
Hello.
Again, SF Gaming, thanks for keeping me sane most of the week. Me and him chat comics all the time. So, yeah. Still showing me stuff in the indie scene I ain't ever seen before.
Again,
crazy.
We have to have him on to show us the 10 best things that we flew under the radar at some point.
That'd be a great segment.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
he'll show you
once a
indie
quarter.
books.
Just once a quarter. The best 5 or 10 books he's found.
Nice.
And
I'm
then,
meaning to read that one with David Finch. I have like the first 3 or 4 copies, or 3 or 4 issues rather. Looking forward to checking that out. Yeah, Dave, he always does really good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective says, "Greetings to everyone. Greetings to you."
What's up, brother?
Yeah, we're up to like 461 subscribers on this channel now. If you
nice.
That.
Keep going.
Crazy.
I noticed that. Yes, growing.
It just keeps growing
slowly but surely.
Yeah,
Crenshaw.
That's what
I always call
said.
myself the tortoise. Yeah. That's right. It's print too. Yeah. I guess you guys are all talking about alternative comics, and then he's saying he misses toy stores. Yeah, I do too. I miss everything about going. Basically, I get a case of beer. I'd stop by the video game store, grab a couple discs, go to the Blockbuster, grab a couple movies, go to the comic book store, grab a fistful of comics. You know? Oh yeah, do it. Yeah. Great,
dude.
great days. Yeah.
It's crazy. We had all that great stuff, and yeah, now it's like it's a desert. Everything's closing down or shutting down. Yeah. I think that's why we're creating most of our own stuff now.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I was saying before I jumped back in the scene, I walked away from comics 2018. I was like, okay, there's literally nothing left in the pull boxes. The last things I was reading was like Spawn, The Walking Dead, and the Hellraiser series from Boom. Like there was nothing. And the Hellraiser series ended, The Walking Dead ended, and Spawn, you can only read so many, as we joke about, you can only read so many, chains and spikes and chains and owls and before
there was never much going on in that series. I mean, he looked cool, but there was not enough, if you ask me. I don't know how he has all these spin-offs now. It's kind of weird, and considering there's a lot of characters that he just doesn't like, and now they have comic books, so it's a little wild.
I imagine there's enough of a dedicated fan base that keeps it, and enough people jump in and jump off and jump in and jump off that probably keeps it alive.
That's happened to all of us. Like I'll every now and then I'll dip into the mainstream. Lately, it's like almost impossible. I've watched a couple of videos on things, and I'm like, what the hell are they doing to this character? I mean, Spider-Man alone, forget about it. Like what they did to him is it's a sin. It is a sin. Yeah.
I thought I was done with comics, and then I discovered indie comics, and it sucks you right back in. Right here I am. How many years?
Yeah, there's a lot of really good creators out there, and again, I started showcasing people on my channel too. There are awesome people out there. Dave Brink's another good one. Marinus with his Gemini Crusaders. He's got another cool book out there. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. I like people who deliver, so that's primarily I like to showcase.
Yeah, that's a good rule to go by because we've had a couple guests on the show who took the money and ran.
We're gonna, would be a good like reality TV show, crowdfunder bounty hunter, where people who got stiffed by a creator, they hire a bounty hunter to go track these people down and like hound them.
I want
for the book.
Terrible. Don't give people any ideas, Jason.
Let's crowdfund that, guys. All right.
Like America's Most Wanted.
yes. America's Most Funded. All right.
Derek the Dukester Clay says, yo, everyone.
Hello.
No, I mean, you know how I feel about that. Like crowdfunding isn't guaranteed. Indiegogo says it isn't guaranteed. The way I see it is everyone's book is kind of like their own rocket ship, and we're all trying to like SpaceX our own franchise. And a lot of the rockets don't even get to the platform. It don't even get
they're exploding on the ground.
Right.
It's a shame. I've delivered everything. I'm on campaign number 9, and nothing's ever been super late. The closest I came was the pirate book. That's only because I caught COVID, and they were trying to mess around with like the printers and stuff around that time. But I was only like delayed by a month or two tops. That was it. Everything else has either been on time or early. And even this new campaign that I'm doing, it's finished. I'm waiting to get more money so I can go to the printer and start fulfilling.
Nice.
So it's a good thing.
The chat is blowing up about my idea for the crowdfunding bounty hunter. We may have struck a nerve here, fellas. This might be something. Well, maybe we'll do here's what we'll do. What we'll do is we'll approach Belmont and Hojo and say, listen, don't do another pencils down. Do this book, and we'll all like give them ideas, and we'll take a cut. Okay, back to the chat.
Okay.
I had a funny one too that I thought maybe if we go to the campaigns that haven't fulfilled and start just reading through the comment section and we guess which campaign it is that's late.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. That would be great. That'd be great. Okay. That's true. It's just I like you, Vinny. You're taking lemons and you're making lemonade. And when the world hands you snakes, make snake oil. Okay, Craig, what's next?
Yeah, Frankie knows one. Says hi with a happy face, laughing emoji. So I'm gonna try to get through these really fast.
No, that's good.
That's the co-creator of Through the Woods. That's my brother Frank.
Oh, nice. Thank you for joining us.
Awesome.
Oh, Citizen Ronan, can't skip past him. It says, "Sup, everyone." Yeah, Citizen Ronan. Thank you for joining us as well. Banff Graphics, I see him. Here we go. Episode 1 for Jimmy Reyes. Terrible.
and then we find out Rob Hunter is like in his basement or something like that. All right.
Yeah. Terrible. Okay. Let's see who else.
So I think you've gotten through the chat.
Yep. I think we're good.
So now, Vinny, we strongly believe in stolen valor on this show, and what
military
I mean by
valor,
that,
but yeah.
what I mean by that is that anybody who backs your campaign during the contiguous airing of this broadcast, we're taking credit for it. Okay, so we do this thing called baseline. So we got 44 backers. So I'm going to put that in the chat, so we know where we started, and then at the end of the show, we'll compare that to where we ended up, and. So I'm going to make a note of that. Baseline, did I say 44?
Yep, 44.
44, all right.
And it's also pinned to the top of my YouTube, but I just make sure I also put it in the chat just because I know that that's how it gets on the Twitter.
Do we want to, how about this? Vinny, can you give like a 1-minute elevator pitch? We'll play the trailer and then we'll do the news topics and then we'll come back and do a deep dive. Does that sound good?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff that's in the trailer, it kind of plays like a movie anyway. So like all the information you need is like there in 2 minutes.
Let's play the trailer.
Just giving you the heads up.
You got to control, Jason. No, I'm going to keep us on format.
Trailer.
No, keeping us on format.
Okay. Well, if you love hot chicks,
great.
We're going back to derailing the show again.
We always. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it what, Vinny? What were you saying about hot chicks?
Yeah, if you love hot chicks, a post-apocalyptic kind of world. This is definitely the book for you. I've been a big fan of like science and things like that. I love Resident Evil, although the things that you see in here, they're not exactly zombies. They're more failed experiments. Yeah, we have our main character, our main hero here, who again, from the very first issue, you're kind of thrown into this world with her. So we're learning along with her because there's a bit of a memory lapse. There's things that are going on. She doesn't recognize this world that she's in. And you see how she stumbles upon this. And as the story progresses, you see how much bigger this world is and all the things that are kind of attached to it. It's also as if like the evil people who are destroying the world today got their way, what would actually happen. So this is set so far into the future. We'll see ultimately what the end goal is. And it's pretty messed up. But yeah, they literally separate themselves from everyone else. That's what the floating city in the sky is. The city.
Okay.
Yeah, everything else below is pretty much like done.
So it is that oligarchs break away civilization, let the world burn. Crazy.
Kind of.
Crazy.
Yeah. Their main thing is they want to prolong their lives. Like that's their big thing. They're trying to figure out how to crack that code to live forever. But yeah, there's also a main thing is like this very rare power source that our main character actually has, and no one else could really find. So yeah, it's interesting what you'll see in here and how it plays out without giving away spoilers.
Did you happen to see that video footage of Putin, President Xi, and Kim Jong-un walking through like the Forbidden City in China, and the microphone was picking up how they were talking about, yeah, we can just take people's organs and live forever, and just chilling, just absolutely chilling.
I didn't catch that video. I know there's other people who've also had those conversations. It's attached to Epstein stuff. So I'm not surprised. We'll put it that way.
All right, Craig, what is the first of the 3 most important news topics that maybe flew under the radar this week?
Yeah, like I said, we'll try to get through these fast because we're already at 37 minutes. Sorry to keep the show on the rails. It's the military in me. I need my system. I know you're a rule breaker.
Sorry, I'm a little bit of one too.
Yeah. Oh, I got OCD bad. Yeah, it's okay. Jason always does. He gets a kick out of kicking me off the rails. But in any case, first one comes to us from a Variety magazine. As we all know, Val Kilmer. This one, a lot of us are very on the fence about, right? Val Kilmer, basically what has happened is he passed away a year ago. His estate has fallen to his daughter, so his daughter now owns it. There was this movie that they had a contract about 5 years ago, back when he was first sick around 2020. This movie, he was going to star in it. but because he got sick, he never had a chance to go to the set. It never happened. Fast forward to sort of a bit because the project sat on a shelf. They decided, hey, AI is finally, as we all know, within the past year, AI is now doing insane stuff. Particularly this past year, it's crazy. So obviously, Hollywood, they've got that. What's her name? Something Tillwood, female actor that's got the SAG thing, and everyone's freaking about her.
Tilly Norwood.
Yeah, that's right. And this will be the very first time that they now have an actor who's passed away starring in a Hollywood movie. Again, how do we feel about this finally happening?
Vinny, hear me out. We go back in time 30 some years, and Oliver Stone's making the Doors movie, and he's like, I'm just going to have an AI Jim Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
And jump forward a few more years, they're making that movie Tombstone. And the guy's like, hey, I'm going to make an AI Doc Holliday, right? Yeah. We would have never known who Val Kilmer was, or how great of an actor he was.
Yeah.
Is this kind of like the snake eating its own tail? What do you think?
I'd say a little bit. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm against what Hollywood's been doing in a big way. But the thing was, I mean, he was hired for this role. I mean, I'm trying to be like devil's advocate on this as well. But he was hired for the role. They were okay with this. The family's approval's all over it. I could see it that way. And then on the other side, I'm with you too. I think it should have been recast. Maybe there's going to be an unknown that ends up getting a spotlight by getting this role. So it's that weird thing that we're kind of on the fence with. I know, like the Bruce Lee family, they also wanted to do something like that a long time ago. We're talking maybe 2 decades ago. They were going to try to do a Bruce Lee movie and bring him back like that. Now they actually could. So it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. Like I said, it's stealing jobs from everyone. Soon you're not going to need anything. You're not going to need any storyboard artists, concept artists, music. Foley artists, you name it, lighting, cinematographers. It's just gonna be someone who could type a really good prompt, So if we're getting to that level, you just destroyed like the entire, not you guys, but Hollywood, destroyed the entire entertainment sphere all in like one go. Music too. Wow.
I always pictured like Las Vegas in the future. You're gonna have like a hologram, like CGI version of Michael Jackson show and Frank Sinatra and Elvis. You're gonna be able to go and catch all the big stars and the big performers in the old concerts, but it's not them. It's just it's just.
Well, they did it with Tupac with the with that hologram thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
not too long ago. So I mean, yeah, it's not out of the realm either. It's crazy. I know. Yeah, there's a few different actors they've done stuff like this with, or they've had deals signed. So, and we know it's going to happen with Mark Hamill as well, since he sold over his rights and his soul to Disney. So
that's right.
Well, that'd be an improvement. Michael, Hollywood is hell bent on shoving Zendaya down our throat. Oh. Zendaya. Now, hear me out, Michael. What if we make an AI Zendaya that can actually act? Would that solve the problem?
It's so funny you just said that, because I'm thinking, for all the hours I have ranted against AI art, I'm kind of with you. Let's take, now we can make Megan Fox act. She could look like Megan Fox, but now she can act.
She can emote. And
can we fix her thumbs as well?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there you go. So I'm for it.
Those creepy little nails.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, shit.
All right, Craig. I think we got our kickstop of this one. Unless you got anything to add.
Well, I just want to make sure we're always getting our chat. So Chris Fisk mentioned that clearly the grave wasn't very deep. That's a reference to the movie title. Derek, the Dukester Clay was saying he hates this. Should null and void the contract. Yeah, I kind of agree. This is a slippery slope. Computers are going to take in all of our general labor jobs. They're going to take all our delivery jobs, delivery truck jobs, managerial jobs, secretarial jobs, acting jobs. Like it's going to get very,
you name it, it's happening.
Yeah. What you got? Citizen Rome saying, if anything happens to Jason, we will resurrect him via AI so he can continue to derail the show.
You're stuck with me, Craig.
Okay.
shit.
And then, sorry, yeah, there's aren't any other ones to pull up. Okay, yeah. Do you want to quickly jump into our next? Next.
Yeah,
topic?
what's topic number 2?
Okay, so as you know from the show intro that I threw together, Chuck Norris just passed away on Friday, I believe, when we were doing the show last. Wasn't that happened? Is that right? And yeah, the impossible happened. Much like we thought Ozzy was going to live forever. Keith Richards, as far as I know, is still out there.
Still
But
going.
Well, Keith Richards, he's taken the blood of never mind. It's
no, it's rumored that the Rolling Stones get frequent blood transfusions and all that stuff. Yeah.
He was open about it. He was doing podcast talking about it. The nut job.
Crazy.
Crenshaw.
So Vinny,
Crenshaw says we drywallers are safe. We don't need intelligence in the first place. That's just sorry. What were you saying, Jason?
So Vinny, a lot of celebrities have died in the social media age. But I think what's unique about this is that Chuck Norris was beloved, but he had become a meme. He'd become a meme engine. He'd become a focus of paradoxical aphorisms, and he was kind of like an institution. And what was interesting is it wasn't just the movie, the television, and stuff like that. It was all the joy that people got from making each other crack up with the Chuck Norris jokes.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the first time that a meme has passed, a living meme. What are your thoughts? And can you think of anything that is this impactful?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, and the thing that was great is that he loved it as well. He took part in it. He told the joke with the what was it, the tiger or something?
Yep.
The cobra, where he got bit by a cobra, and 5 days later the cobra died.
Yeah, there was that one. There was one with the tiger, and it started growling as he was petting it. He goes, "There's a fierce growl, and it's just back away slowly," and the tiger did. It's it's all that stuff. Like it was great. I mean, he was telling the jokes, and it's awesome because this guy really was one of those legends, one of those really good guys, like through and through. He helped so many people in the industry as well, in the martial arts world, and the guy was legit. I mean, again, like Bruce Lee, like these people were legit. They could really kick ass, but they were really good with one another too. They were friends. I mean, it's awesome to see that. My favorite one, I think, was that they said that Chuck Norris, he was in all of the Star Wars movies. He played the Force.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites. But Chuck is just he's incredible, and God rest his soul, man. One of his quotes I love too is where they asked him, they go, "Do you ever worry?" He goes, "No, I don't worry at all." "What do you mean you never worry?" And he goes, "What's the point?" He goes, "You're going to get yourself all this anguish. You're going to get sick. And if whatever that problem is gets resolved, then what? You had all that anguish for what? What's the point?"
Absolutely.
He goes, "Just
Very
try
wise.
to be logical, be focused. If you got to solve a problem, solve that problem. Move forward. Stop overreacting on things that you don't need to waste your time on."
That really is like some of the greatest advice ever. That applies to everything. That applies to like military and everything else. Like wasted energy is wasted energy, whether it's fuming or being angry or stressing or having like 100 different things on the go, and you can't start any of them because you're just sitting there thinking of you go bouncing back and forth through all these 100 different ideas like a ping pong ball, and you can't get any of them started. Yeah, definitely. Just focus and don't waste your time. Yeah,
I've been there too. Like you said, with those million thoughts in your head. I'm like, oh wait, which project should I work on today? Well, wait, am I inking today? Am I drawing? Am I coloring? Just grab whatever's in front of you and just keep going. Just until it's done. Yeah.
So we're friends with the Legion of Memers here on this show, and so we deemed it necessary to do an investigative report deep dive. So what we did is, Craig, if you could bring that up. We found some of the best Chuck Norris memes, and what we're going to do, there's 4 of us on the show. Each slide has 4 of these memes. We're going to take turns, and we're going to read. There's only three for each of us, but we're going to read through these. And Vinny, when we read these, I don't want you to read it. I want you to inhabit and act it out, because I want you to sell it. Okay, Michael, this goes the same for you. We're going to read these in celebration of Chuck Norris. We're going to meditate on Chuck Norris, and we're going to send out this energy into the universe. All right. So Craig, can you bring up the first slide?
Sure.
All right. I'll go first. Most children check their closet for the boogeyman every night. The boogeyman checks his closet for Chuck Norris.
Very nice. Very nice.
Vinny, you want to give the next one a shot?
Sure. Chuck Norris is the only person who could slam a revolving door.
Michael, give it a shot.
There is no theory of evolution, just a list of animals Chuck Norris allows to live.
I got the last one.
Greg?
Chuck Norris can strangle you with a cordless phone. There you go.
All right, next page.
Yes.
All right. Chuck Norris doesn't flush the toilet. He scares the shit out of it.
Nice.
Vinny?
Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice.
Michael?
Time waits for no man, unless that man is Chuck Norris.
There you go. Chuck Norris can clap with one hand. There you go. All right. Is there one more?
There's one more.
All right.
Chuck.
That's my favorite one.
Chuck Norris once made a Happy Meal cry.
Chuck Norris's tears cure cancer. Too bad he's never cried.
Chuck Norris destroyed the periodic table because Chuck Norris only recognizes the element of surprise.
There you go. Legends live forever. Chuck Norris lives longer.
And he will. And he will.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for playing along. That was fun. Craig, what is topic number 3 tonight?
Hold on. I just want to make sure. Did I miss anything good in the chat? Sure. Saying hellos. Just give me a second.
Oh, Ray Haylock's here.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Ray. Yeah. It's good seeing Ray back as well. I'm glad to see him back in the scene. Oh, Crenshaw was mentioning William Shatner, these memes. And then
oh, yeah.
Frankie knows Chuck Norris doesn't mow his lawn. He just stares at it and dares it to grow.
Vinny, what cracks you up more, listening to William Shatner narrate something or listening to Christopher Walken narrate something? What's funnier to you? Walken?
Yeah, me, it's Walken. I've always been a big fan of his and his oddball stuff. The whole story with the tail and flight. Yeah.
The first time with the watch in his ass in Pulp Fiction, I saw that. Yeah,
there was that. Well, what's his name? Kevin Pollak. He told that story. He was on a movie set, and he asked him. He goes, if you had like an ability, like a superpower, what would it be? Like, most people want to fly, and he just looks at him and goes, like to have a tail. What? A tail? He goes, yeah. You wouldn't want to be able to fly or something. He goes, if I want to fly, I could go on an airplane. I could fly. He goes, but a tail, when you're happy, it wags. What? Like, yeah, to me, that's hilarious.
Apparently he's like that all the time. He's a card 24/7.
Oh yeah, he's got to be.
Do you guys remember Canon films from the 80s?
Yeah, action.
There's a great documentary called Electric Boogaloo. I think you could find it on YouTube. Like, they show where they had a big premiere for a Chuck Norris flick. I don't know if it was Missing in Action or one of those. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the people in the documentary were like, why were they spending all this money for an extravagant premiere for Chuck Norris? But they were ahead of the curve. Mm-hmm. They knew the power of Chuck. They could see it.
Absolutely. How could you not? I mean,
right?
It's Chuck. And those movies were great. Those were so much fun back in the day.
Hell yeah.
I remember Breaker. Breaker. That was the one that I remember. Like my brother, he was into karate for a while. He was 2 years younger. He had a karate phase. So he was renting all the Chuck Norris movies. And the one that stuck with me was Breaker.
Nice.
All right. Craig, what is topic number 3?
Yep. So our third and final topic for this evening comes to us from Lifehacker, and this one's kind of funny. It was a developing story as well. It changes. So did we all watch when Mark Zuckerberg thought he spent his $80 million on his own Matrix and he was going to turn Facebook into his own matrix community where everybody could log into their computers and become part of the metaverse, and we can all interact with each other online in a Zuckerberg censored sci-fi sort of dystopia. In any case, $80 billion. What was it? 5 years later, and they're now already walking away from it. They're semi-abandoning it. It's going to become a phone app, but they're taking it off of everything else now because it's tied to some of the phone things. So they're going to save a little bit of it, and the reason being is, again, AI. You know how we all joked about, well, Terminator, they go and they hunt down Skynet. Who would have envisioned Terminator that it's a competition to see who can make Skynet first, right? So
that's what it feels like. All these tech giants are racing to do this.
Right.
And, this guy's so creepy. I mean, just look at it. He looks like an alien. He looks like a weirdo. Like,
he does.
Who would trust anything with this guy? And then we found out, like, everything that we put on Facebook is essentially a database for the government, like, with the deals that he's cut with them. And then you find out too, he's actually, from what I remember, they said he's like the great grandson or something of one of the Rothschilds. So this is why he's not in jail. Like if you remember, like 2 years ago, they said, yeah, he needs to be thrown in jail or whatever. And now he got a high position in like Trump's circle or whatever with this technology shit. It's what's going on? What is really happening here? So
all I know is
this failed, by the way.
All I know is when Zuck unveiled the metaverse, I was watching. I'm like, this looks so cheap and crappy. The Sims look better than this. Why didn't he just buy the Sims and then let you customize it? I mean, Michael, how $80 billion? What could you do with $8 million? What could you do with $80 million, Michael? Now, let alone $80 billion. What could you do?
I could not make VR. VR is like, they just keep, it's like, oddly enough, it's like Tron movies. They keep trying to push Tron movies on the culture. No one ever accepts them. VR, like, it just, it never worked. Like Nintendo, which is my favorite game company, have made a lot of mistakes, but one of the mistakes they haven't made is jumping into VR because they must sense that no one gives a shit. So.
Yeah, it's like they're forcing people to play first-person shooters only. It's like vibe. And it's like, what about the people who just can't stand it or they get nausea, motion sickness? Like, what are you doing? And what is this for anyway? What? So you could go in this digital fake world to meet people that you're not going to meet in person? Like, I don't like they're training people to be locked in prison cells. Like, I don't get it.
Well, most people go to a day job for 40 hours a week and they're dealing with fake people at their day job. Why do you think they want to do fake people at home? Right.
Yeah.
Craig, exactly. Do you think, Craig, is this a blessing in disguise? Now, hear me out. What if the metaverse, this VR goggle stuff had taken over and someone was walking along and in the VR thing, they thought they were walking down a plain street. And in reality, it was a construction site and they fell through a manhole cover. Would they not have sued him for $80 billion anyway?
Yeah, well, it's a good point. I mean, you've had stories of people running over the person they're looking at while they're texting. Where are you? I don't know. Where are you? Boom, boom, boom. And then they actually end up hitting them with the car. This stuff does happen. But I was going to tie into this as well. I don't know if you remember the Nintendo Wii and the Kinect.
Oh, yeah.
I knew those were going to fail as well because people are inherently lazy. They want to have their alcoholic beverage and their pizza and their wings. They want to sit there with the controller in their hand in their nice chair and not move. You want to have exercising and running and jumping around in video games. Yes.
Well, I'll say one thing about that, which was good. They put it in nursing homes, and it was helping all the old people. So that's a good thing. And yeah, if you got little kids and stuff too, it was fun for like party type stuff as well.
Right, like a karaoke machine sort of fun.
Yeah,
but it wasn't going to be the main way to play video games from here on out.
Yeah, because it was gimmicky. The graphics they were more like child based. Like they weren't super amazing graphics. It was just like a fun little thing. It's like you just kind of you take it out for parties or something like that. But like you said, people want to see like these big experiences and sit down, relax, and play like basically like what it's almost like a live action movie kind of thing. that you can control.
Yeah.
You know?
Craig, check out the chat. Chris Fisk has got Chris Fisk and Citizen Ronan have some scathing comments about Zuck and VR.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna come back here. Okay, so I'm gonna jump to this one first. I'm guessing from Chris. Come be a robot like me. Zuckerberg's pitch for the lizard people. That would have been like an add-on. Since Zuck has never created anything in his life, I doubt that $80 billion was his. That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
From Metaverse to Forgetaverse. There you go.
Nice. Burn.
And hold on, Chris is saying Zuck played 5 minutes of the Second Life and blew billions on making a lamer version of it.
Wow.
Is 5 minutes of Second Life where you and a girl go in a closet for 5 minutes?
Well, not him. It'd be him and a guy.
Okay.
And then Crenshaw was mentioned as well that Nintendo did try the Virtue Boy. I remember it. And then a dig at me for being
Virtual
a Canadian.
Boy.
That's fine.
Hold on. Wait. What? What was this?
Virtual Boy?
My God, it sounds like an Epstein thing. What?
So one of the first AIs ever, it was like mirrors and it was like red line, like lasers, like very simple, simplistic. Yeah, no. Not
Gave
fun at
headaches.
all.
Scary.
Yes.
That sounds like Zuckercuck.
Yeah. The Wii may have been a huge success, but I mean, they're not making it anymore. Is kind of my point, right?
It wasn't the revolution they promised it would be, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it was, like I said, it was it was fun for families and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, with everyone who the gaming that we have, yeah, and most of these systems, let's face it, they suck. I mean, you're better off now with a PC because you get way better things, and with Steam and all that. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's so weird because like we don't even own these discs anymore. And Chris Fisk, he makes that point too. He goes, basically, it's just you're downloading the data from the disc, and it's just going into your system. Like you got to get approval from these companies and from their servers and things. So it's like we still don't really own anything. It's
kind of serfdom.
Yeah,
it's like digital serfdom. So we were blown away by the fact that this was $80 billion of Facebook budgets and funds that just kind of went into vaporware, right? Nobody wanted it. And plus, the other thing is like, at what point you would think at having spent $20 billion and nobody wants it, why do you keep going? Why do you double down? So we did an investigative report here. So yes, chat, this is a rare episode of the Friday Nights where there are two investigative reports. This one is a short one. It's a investigative report of Zuckerbucks. All right. So Vinny, let's take a look at this $80 billion here. Next slide.
I like how the Eiffel Tower's in there.
All right. $80 billion. Again, I'd give me 8 million. I'd be set, right? This is a lot of money, but let's try to wrap our brains around how much money this guy just blew on this pipe dream, this metaverse. Next slide.
Yeah, I could do all a Soul Tack for under 60 grand, all 9 issues,
Vinny, right now, as Andy Warhol once said, in the future, everyone will be the Ayatollah for 15 minutes. Vinny, how many B-2 bombers could you buy with $80 billion?
How many could you buy? I don't know what they cost. Maybe 10. Is it
10?
How much
That's
do those
respectable.
cost? Yeah.
Michael, how many B-2 bombers could you buy for $80 billion?
I'm just gonna parrot his answer because I'm so bad with math, but 10 sounds in the ballpark, right? Yeah, okay. I'll go with 10.
We're gonna ask Craig because he's a military guy.
I think they were $2 billion a pop. I think, if I remember.
All right. Hold on. Frankie Knows says 8. Crenshaw says 6. Let's find out how many B-2 bombers Zuckerberg could have purchased.
Wow.
40.
Yeah, $2 billion a pop. Yeah. That's what they were originally, though. I'm pretty sure some sort of inflation has occurred.
There's inflation. There's gas prices. You got to bring that number down.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check out the next benchmark here. All right. Vinny, IP is where it's at. How many Star Wars franchises could you buy with $80 billion?
Well, it feels like that franchise is worthless now. I'd be like the Pawn Stars. I don't know. I'll give you $2 for that.
No, in all fairness, we'll take as the baseline what Disney paid for it several years ago. So, thinking when Star Wars was still a blue chip IP, Vinny, how many Star Wars could you buy for $80 billion?
I don't remember what he paid.
No, me either.
I think $4 billion, right?
Was it $4 billion? Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Them at their, I don't know, man. I was gonna say 5 or 6.
Okay, let's take a look.
Yeah. I think Michael's got it.
20.
Yeah.
20.
$4 billion a pop.
Disney paid $4 billion to Lucas.
That's crazy.
That's
insane. And in his own words, he said, "I sold my children into white slavery."
That's right. Yeah.
That was my logic with Soltac. I was like, if they're going to pay $4 billion for Star Wars, all I'm asking for is like 6 figures for my Star Wars ripoff.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got one more. We got one more here.
Okay.
All right, Vinny, California high-speed rail. If you had $80 billion, how many California high-speed rail projects could you build with that money?
Wouldn't the answer be 0 because they pocketed all of it?
That's right.
I mean, let's be honest here. We're looking at what the Somalians have done. I'll say 20.
All right, Craig.
I agree. I'm right there with you. 0. I'm right there with
0. Wise people see 0.
Yeah.
I don't even think Chuck Norris. I don't even think Chuck Norris could build California high-speed rail. All right, let's check that. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's find out the answer. Yeah, 1. So now here's the deal. The current, initially this thing was like a $7 billion project. The current estimate is $77 billion. They've spent $15 billion, but they've got no running rails anywhere. But they currently think if they had $77 billion, they could build it.
Well, I mean, all that's going to the oil that Newsom puts in his hair.
Right.
That's right.
All right. Okay. Now we baselined the campaign earlier at 44 backers. Let's now take a look at the campaign. Let's play the trailer and let's sell this open.
Yeah. So we're up to 64 watching now. Thank you everyone for your patience. Thank you for joining us, hanging out with us on Friday night. Here is again. Apologize about the audio. I'm working on getting my audio better. But here is for the 64 watching the trailer.
The show is free, people. The show is free. You get what you pay for.
All right. Here's the trailer for City of Venus.
City of Venus. Dead City. The city named after Venus, the goddess of love. This city was designed to lure people here as a false hope. Many thought that they would be welcomed, able to rebuild and grow our world with new technologies and love for one another. At one point in time, it did seem to be working. It was almost genuine. Almost. It's now more appropriately known as Dead City. After the wars, chemical fallout and experimentation on its people, this once modern marvel is now a wasteland. Survivors of all kinds stay hidden, most of which made their home under the city, void of electrical tech that can be shut down by those in power. Many survivors develop their own untraceable power sources to better hide from the governing and policing eyes of the select few in the floating city called Venus. The floating city in the sky houses the top of the world's most powerful and intelligent people. Although the scientists and engineers are rumored to be more like slaves, creating and prolonging the lives of the ultra-elite in whatever monstrous ways they can. It's done by breaking the laws of science and nature. Much like the story of how the city came to be, suspended in the sky. The wars and plagues brought on by man were created and brewing for centuries. As technology grew, it became easier to separate the rich from the poor. Population control was, in fact, and its main killer throughout history, was and still is war. The first massive war that set the destruction of the world into motion hundreds of years ago was the discovery of a new crystal-based element, coveted by all, centridium. It was envisioned to be used as a new and everlasting power source. Its first and only discovery was here, in this very city.
That's a pretty cool trailer, I'll say.
I don't know what happened to the audio, but yeah, this took a lot to put together. Again, it's just me. I wrote it, drew it, inked it, colored it, lettered it, did the trailer. Yeah, it's a ton of work. This is one of those projects that I created back when I was in high school, and over the years I kind of tweaked it and started, evolving it a bit. But I have a very big connecting universe as well. Part of that came from like that inspiration from Stan Lee, because I know a lot of people that just have like a couple little ideas here and there. I wanted to stitch together something bigger. So like I was showing you guys before the Shot of the Kraken book that I have, the pirate one. So this is like part of it is like the history in that whole realm.
If you want to hold that up, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that this thing doesn't disappear with the green screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is 52 pages, but it's much like our history that we have. We have Roman history, Egyptian, all that. I want to lay like the groundwork a little bit too, but I do have elements and things that you'll see in certain stories, Easter eggs, characters that you'll see throughout like my universe. Like the first appearance of a character that has nothing to do really with City of Venus is like his first appearance is in this book, but he's not from this whole area or even this time. Like there's a lot of things I was playing with, including like with Shadow of the Kraken. You'll see some things in the background or some stuff that I have in there. It'll be Easter eggs for other projects later down the road. We have Through the Woods also on this campaign. That was the hardcover book that like everybody loved when it came out. Hardcover, completed story. And that one, like those characters too, they're not finished. People like asking me a lot about these things, and yeah, there's more that's coming for sure.
If you just let me jump in, I'm just trying to jump in really quickly. I wanted to address a couple things before I pull up your campaign. So first and foremost, Citizen Ronan said 64 people are watching this. Jesus wept. I just want to let you know the reason why we do this show, Citizen Ronan. So we've been doing the show for 3 years in a row now, nonstop, every single Friday. We get between 2 to 8 backers for every creator out there. We all put our blood and sweats into these creations. This is all about indie creators loving indie comics. Or reason I'm hesitant to bring it up is because Kickstarter automatically shows how many backers you have, like it auto generates. Oh, nice. So we can't do the old hat trick thing. But here it is, everyone. Bam! He's already at 47, and we haven't even gotten started on the campaign. So there you go. You got 3 new backers. Yeah.
Dude, thank you guys. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah,
Vinny, I have to praise your female faces as someone who is working on their first comic and with a lot of girls. My style's like more cartoony, so part of the reason for that is because I am so anal about faces where like the girls must be pretty, but your style is a little more realistic, and every girl. You just nail it. That is so impressive.
You, man. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, one of my main things was like I was really good at doing portrait work. That's where I got like a lot of like covers and stuff that I've done. I did shit that I didn't want to do just for the paycheck early on. Like a lot of those political covers, I didn't want to do them for anything. I wasn't into any of that crap. But the likenesses were so good. Like people were demanding like the next people up. They're like, how come you didn't get that artist to do my likeness or whatever? And like last minute, I had like 2 days to finish a complete cover on these people. But a couple of them, like they was pretty cool because I heard like I did like the Princess Diana portrait, and they said her sons actually saw it and loved it. So like some things were pretty cool, even though like I'm not into that sphere of things. I did a Beatles cover. That was pretty cool. They re-released the ones that I think it was Grant Morrison. He did the ghostwriting. They had like he had his fake name for the original stories, but they re-released it in a trade paperback. I got to do the likenesses of all of them. Like stuff like that's pretty cool. But yeah, I also did Hack and Slash. I did covers for that project as well.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, like I said, I've done a series of things, and if people do, the ones who do have my art books, like you'll see, and again, if you see me posting and stuff too, I've had like the Game of Thrones actors. Jason Momoa has my work. He was blown away when I met him. I gave him a gift of like a bigger print, like a poster size. The guy like fell in love with it. Yeah, there's a ton of different stuff like from doing conventions and things like that too. But likenesses, that's something I was really making sure I got down really well. But also, like you said, with the pretty faces. So with these characters and stuff, my big thing was, especially collecting comics, was when I saw an awesome cover, when I opened up the book, I wanted to see the same stuff. And a lot of times we did not see that. But with my projects, I wanted to make sure every single page looks like a painted cover. Like that is my goal. I want to have that high caliber. That's just my style. Like you said, you're anal retentive about things. So am I. Bit of a perfectionist at times, but I want to make sure like I'm going to give people a very cinematic approach to this. It's not just, oh, here's a quick little book. Here's a monthly. No, I'm putting time and effort into these pages because I think it's really important to have people completely pulled into these worlds. I want them to feel it, what the characters are feeling, the action, the emotions, whatever's happening in the story. I really want to pull the viewers in. My brother was the same way too. So you see like Through the Woods is on there. I still have people who read the stories. We get the emails. By the time they get to the last page, they said, we cried. You know, we cried of how good that was. That was awesome. You know, that's the kind of stuff that really moves me. And I got that from the convention scene as well. Seeing people who they spent a lot of money to get into these shows. They might not have a lot of money on them. By the time they get to a table, like there's stories where I've helped out military guys and their families. They've thanked me later on with cool gifts and things. Like it's not what I was looking for, but I just want to make the experience happy for them, you know?
Hell yeah.
So just because I didn't want to move past this one yet. So it says only 25 copies left. It's got your art books there and it's got Shadow of the Kraken. So are all those only 25 copies left?
Yeah, they're actually, that's why I didn't make them add-ons. The only add-on is City of Venus. So if you do want like the pirate book and we still have some left, when you go to checkout, you could do an add-on for City of Venus. Because like, again, they're all printed and it's campaigns that I was running for the last couple of years. So it's what I have left in inventory. Through the Woods, we have more of those though. That's hardcover. That is, and the price is great too for a book that big. You get an ash can, you get a bookmark. Yeah, it's $55 for that. It's 100 pages. So it's
how would they grab those by chance? Is it in this campaign or?
Yeah, it's on that campaign as well. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. The crazy thing is I had to kind of switch at the 11th hour because Indiegogo got destroyed pretty much from the people who didn't fulfill projects. Yeah, they were palms being greased behind the scenes. This is, I think, one of the reasons why they sold Indiegogo. And the new company made it more difficult for individuals. And yeah, I fill out everything like I normally did. I had 7 campaigns over there. Never had an issue. I go to fill out the same stuff and they won't tell me what's incomplete. They won't let me proceed to the next thing. There's no one to talk to. They added an extra feature that's like impossible to navigate through. So at the 11th hour, after collecting emails and stuff, I had to switch over to Kickstarter. It sucks, but this is what happened because of like bad actors essentially who heard it for everybody else, you know?
Yeah. Hey fellas, I have to drop off. I've got to get up early tomorrow. It was a long week and I got my some family stuff to do. Vinny, thank you for coming on. It was great to meet you. Good luck on the rest of the campaign. And guys, I will see you next week, next Friday.
Yeah. Have a good
Looking
week.
forward to it.
Great meeting you too, man.
All right. So yeah, if there's anything on this campaign that you would like me to toggle to specifically, Vinny, you can let me know, whether it's rewards or any of these covers and images that you'd like to talk about.
Well, what I did do with this campaign, since I am on Kickstarter now, it was originally only going to be the second issue, but since this is like a newer audience too on Kickstarter, I figured to just put the whole thing together. So I have the first issue is in here with 2. That's why it's 96 pages. So the sequel was going to be double the size anyway of the original one. The original one was only about 22 pages of story and art plus extras. Well, now I made sure to give you guys even more. So you're going to essentially get like around 70 or so pages of story and artwork, and then a bunch of other extras and cool stuff. Because I want to make sure it's going to be a lot of fun for people. And for the ones who did back it early on, I know like it's been a couple of years because I jump genres one, to keep it interesting for myself, because again, if I get tunnel vision too much, like I don't want to screw up things later on. Two, I have those other stories that have connecting pieces to other things, so I kind of systematically I was jumping around. So it's been a couple of years, so I figured let me just put it in here so people could just read from page 1 of issue 1 straight through issue 2. Essentially, it's almost like you're reading 3 comic books all in one, to be quite honest.
I almost think that's a smart way to do it, because I'm also like, so I first did a trade paperback for my books, and then I split it into floppies because it was just too much to bite at once, 88 pages. Like, that's a very expensive, gamble to throw out there. But I've been even thinking, so I'm on issue 5. When I do issue 6, that would be the second trade. But I was like, what about if I just took them all and just mashed them all together into one book? And that way, the people who had the first trade, they might be disappointed, might get the second one. But exactly like you're doing now, anyone who is just jumping in now, they get it all at once in one book. I definitely think that's the way to go.
Because I'll be honest, because with all the different campaigns I did, the very first one I did was the 3-issue floppy of Through the Woods. And no one knew who I was. I didn't know how anything works. It didn't do well, but I still fulfilled it. And then when I did the art book, I started getting a little bit of recognition, and people were like, oh, who's this guy? He does really good work. And then I launched City of Venus, and that was the first one that really took off in a better way. And then people were asking, well, what was Through the Woods? How did we miss Through the Woods? So I decided to put it in the hardcover. Well, a collected edition. It wasn't going to be hardcover. It was a collected edition. And because everyone was being so supportive, I crunched numbers as tight as I could. And I said, if we hit like 25K, I'll make it hardcover. And everyone's like, you're going to lose your shirt. But it's like, you're going to be able to do it? I did the best I could. We hit it, and then we surpassed it. So I covered everything, which was great. And I did it for the fans. I did it for everyone. I wanted to make sure there was going to be something really special for everyone. And I believe mine was one of the first hardcovers that even got released in this circle, which I know ruffled some feathers, but I don't care. This is for the people, and this is for me as well. I want to put quality out there. Again, people are spending their hard-earned money. I don't give a shit if it piss someone else off. Mind your own business. If you want to release something good, go for it. Don't try to shit on other people for trying to put out quality, And I fulfilled during COVID when everyone had lockdowns and they said, well, China's not shipping and blah, blah, blah. I printed in America. I made sure people were going to get their books.
No, this is beautiful.
Thanks.
So how much does it take you to do a sequential page from start to finish? Just curious.
It depends. If it's early on in the projects, it takes a little bit longer. When I hit about the midway to the end, I move pretty quickly. So it could be about like a full week. I've had pages that I've done like in 3 days. It really depends. It depends what's on the page and what I'm kind of trying to convey and all that. But it varies. That's
so good.
And you do everything, right? Colors, the
everything. Yep.
Everything.
Yep. Even the lettering. That's why I get very kind of meticulous with stuff too, and retentive. It's I got to make sure that it's all perfect because no one else's name's on it. It's mine. Unless if I'm working with my brother Frank, which we did that with Through the Woods. So I came up with the original draft of the story. Ran it by him because we came up with the characters sort of together, like verbally, like years ago. And when I decided to sit down and write the story, like it was going to be even more gruesome. It was going to be more of a horror book. And then after he read it, he's like, well, what if we change a couple elements and we go more ghost suspense instead of just straight up horror? And I was cool with that because like we'll hit a bigger audience too. If it's too much, we could be families might not want to go near it or whatever. So I kind of hit that PG-13 kind of thing, almost like a Spawn book, where every now and then you'll see some graphic violence, but it's not it's nothing too crazy. You're not going to have like blood and guts all over like every freaking page kind of thing. But when the villain gets his, and it's very justified. It's very satisfying. So that type of thing. But so like we bounced the story back and forth a little bit. He ended up writing issues 2 and 3. I put some input in some of the ideas of what I want, and then and kind of just cranked out all these pages, and awesome fun stuff. That's what we dig. Good storytelling.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was checking out earlier I love the original art pieces you offer in some of the tiers. There's an Art the Clown. I saw an Art the Clown, and then right under was Cammy from Street Fighter. So I was like, yes.
Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of all that stuff. Oh, the good thing is that if you go to the side there, and you can just click on to like where it says original art or whatever, and it'll take you straight to that section.
Yeah, I was just looking at I was looking at your print. I was trying to see if we hit the stretch goal. So that print, everyone gets that. Everyone gets that.
That's all good. But yeah, there's been a ton of stuff on here. Yeah, I want to make sure it was like for people who've never got my work before, there's at least a good variety of stuff that they could kind of go through. So yeah, a lot of those images are in the art book. If you just see kind of like the pinup type ones.
Nice.
Yeah, this thing's so good.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and the art books are pretty massive. The one 64 pages, the other one is 140 pages. So yeah, it's a good chunk in there. 204 pieces of artwork.
And you're saying there's limited quantities as well, right? There isn't very many of them left.
Yeah, there's only about 25, or a little less than that because there's been a couple people back. But yeah, that option's there because that's the first campaign I think I ran was on Kickstarter, was one of the art books. I wanted to kind of give it a shot just to see how Kickstarter was. And yeah, and this is obviously my first comic book campaign on Kickstarter, but 9th campaign in total, you know.
Right.
So yeah, people call me the Fulfillment King for a reason. I didn't name myself that. The fans called me that.
When was your first crowdfunder? What year?
2019, I think.
Oh wow, that's more than one a year. So that's crazy.
Yeah. I've been cranking them out and making sure people are gonna have, again, top quality. There's a couple like ash cans that like I don't have them anymore, like they're gone. But that's why I try to make things available for folks, you know, on here. Like, you know, if you see it, try to jump on it quick.
That is such a great creature, man.
Yeah, I know. This artwork's insane, eh, Michael? Like, it's like I could sit there and stare at every one of these, and we'd be here all night. Like,
dude, I love the detail. Like, if you've seen this thing blown up, like your jaw's gonna hit the floor. Like, I made sure that the details are everywhere on this thing. Most of my pieces are like that because I've been a big Frank Frazetta fan. That's what really got me. Like McFarlane stuff, yeah, reading comic books. But once I found Frank Frazetta's stuff, like the way that he's able to tell a story with one image, that was key to me. And I wanted to really translate that with all the pieces that I do. So yeah, you'll see really cool, fun stuff throughout.
Wow.
And yeah, I met he was the last surviving, I think he passed now, but he was the last surviving Universal Monsters. The guy who did the swimming scenes for met him at a convention. I was commissioned to do one of these pieces. So I did another one as well for myself and had him sign it. So that's one of the coolest things. I got a Universal Monster who actually signed one of my art pieces.
Dude, what convention was that?
Spooky Empire.
Where are you located?
I'm in Florida.
Okay, because I was just talking with my family here in Jersey. We have the Chiller Theater Convention, and I'm pretty sure that guy was there. So that's so cool.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
He was up there. When I met him, I think he was like 91 or 92.
Wow.
Yeah, he was up there. But yeah, pretty
so cool.
Stuff,
so you have original art. You said it is available.
Yes.
Campaigns.
Yeah. You're in that section now. So any original artwork that you do buy on the tier section, City of Venus comes with it. So I kind of showed that on the side as well. But yeah, this Colossus, this piece, it's the first time I tried this. I found acrylic paint markers that were metallic. So in person, you'll see his skin and his hair is actually metallic. And his the red and yellow thing is just regular kind of acrylic paint. But yeah, I found these cool markers and I'm like, wow, this looks cool. So I went for it. He turned out pretty good.
Nice.
Not too bad. Yeah, I got pencils on those blank covers. I have some that are specifically like the backer board, the Silver Age backer board. So you'll have to read the description for whichever one you're looking at. But if you see the logos, that's a blank cover. So the actual comic book is in that as well.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to ask you, because I have a couple sketch covers that I was thinking like, can I add these to a campaign? So That's essentially what you're doing here, right?
Yeah. I tried it with a couple of other campaigns. I also have a tier where if you just want, like, I did it with the first City of Venus. If you just want an original piece from City of Venus, it'll just be something I come up with. And yeah, it's kind of a roll of the dice. It could be pencils, it could be ink, it could be a full body, it could be just a headshot. It depends on whatever I feel like doing, but I try to give that option as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and like I said, you could see all the other cool stuff I got there. We have Through the Woods. If you like ghost stories, we got a ghost story. You like pirates, it's a traditional pirate story with a big twist. And you're going to get, like, pirates from history are going to be in this series. In the first issue, I have 2 cameos in that of actual pirates. Nice. Yeah, so I mean, it's fun. I love creating, and I want to make sure I give people a really fun experience with all this stuff.
So
now you can see it.
Michael, I'm gonna have to put you on the spot because Jason dipped on us, but you know what I'm trying to do right now, right? So
yeah. Oh no. So yeah, Vinny, like, stuff is amazing. So, you mentioned you worked with your brother on the book you showed earlier. The
Through the Woods.
So what? He's an artist or a writer?
He's a writer. Yeah, he was a writer on that. I do all the artistic stuff all together. But the pirate one, that's all me. City of Venus, that's all me. We have another project we're going to be working on together. It's partially started already, but it's another really killer one. I'd say more in contemporary times, but yeah, that's all I could give on that right now because it's a pretty cool project. That one's going to be a one-shot, by the way. That one's going to be a one-shot. So, yeah, when it's all complete. That's usually when I launch these campaigns is when I am done with everything. Because, again, it's a lot of work. I'm taking care of family members and stuff, too. There's, with health problems and things like that, it gets difficult. That's why, I separated myself from all of the stupid shit. Anyone who's bringing drama, anyone who's bringing crazy, I don't want anything to do with that shit. I don't have time for it. I'm a creator. I want to create. That's where that's where it came from. That's what I want to do. I
think about it all the time because I'm working on my first book, and I'm friendly with just everyone in the space that I interact with. But from doing that, you can't help but at least observe the drama, right? Or like run into the drama. So it's always a little tricky to navigate, but I've just found, like, if I just rock with everyone friendly and just don't really comment on the drama, it's like, it's because I mentioned it to Craig, I think last week, maybe it was backstage. Like, it's so crazy to me because, one, I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but two, perhaps most importantly, I don't know how people have the time. If you just get into if you get into a thing on Twitter with one person, you can burn hours going back and forth. Yeah. And then it's like, what did I gain? Did I change their mind?
Nothing.
No.
And most people, that's all they want to do. They just want to shit stir for whatever their reasons are. I don't know what it is. I don't care. For me, when I find out that people have been lying to me or whatever, or they've done really terrible shit, I just cut them off. Like, I want anything to do with it. It's like, you know what you did wrong. I don't need to take part in any of this shit, any games that people play. I don't care. That's not my thing. And anyone, they'll tell you. Like, I literally walked away from a whole bunch of shit. People were trying to get me on streams, have fights with you. No, I'm not doing it. If someone attacks me, I will defend myself.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I may embarrass the shit out of them in the process with facts. But other than that, I stay away from it. I want nothing to do with it. Like you said, it's a waste of time.
I came into the space 2018, 2020. And I mean, I was angry, right? I was angry with like The Last Jedi, and I was angry at the mainstream, and I was angry with being told that my business wasn't welcome because of, whatever. I mean, like, just the stupid implied, the politics getting to the point where it's almost becoming a fist fight of team sports. My team's better than your team. Just so I bought into it in a bit, and I got into the fighting and the arguing and the bantering and the back and the forth and jumping on the bandwagon of this is who we're chasing after now, this is who we're chasing after. But then when you become a creator, like again, evolving in the space, we're all human beings, we all change over time. I realized very quickly how negative, that light happens when people see you like bantering. And don't get me wrong, I haven't changed who I am. I'm still horrible at it. But when they see you're profane and you're arguing and you're fighting, it definitely makes people want to walk away with the money and get away from those who have been successful in the space. They stay away from it. They elevate from themselves. They just stay professional. They stay focused. They keep creating and they walk away from it. I find as well, I was saying this to Michael, when two people argue, it's not even about who's right or who's wrong. People, like, you see two people punching each other, you're not asking like which one of them was the one that did the bad thing and which one of them did the good thing and who's throwing the punches that's the good guy. You're just watching two people assault each other, and everyone recoils from it essentially. But,
well, the funny thing is, I mean, because we've seen it across the board, all of the people who said that they were sick of all that shit too, and they started to make their own books or whatever. It just takes a little bit of time, and then they start acting worse than the people who were doing the boycotts and all that shit, and with their nefarious shit behind the scenes, and then who's talking to who and who's doing. It's all a waste of time. It's all garbage. And look what it did. It is not sustainable, and you could see it. Everyone like fled from the indie scene. You know, we have people from the mainstream who now they're leaving because the work is all gone, and now they're jumping over and making their own stuff. There's a lot of good artists that are still out there. There's an Italian one who just did great on a project, and I've met him. He's a really cool guy, and his work is fantastic. So, but he has that backing of he worked for one of the big two companies, so he has the fan base, and that's what a lot of it comes to as well. Because I've also had other friends who'd be like, "Oh, well, if this project didn't do good, that means it failed because the book sucked." Not necessarily. It's if you don't have the fan base and you don't have the eyes. That's why X, Y, or Z happened, you know, because I've seen awesome books fail, and it's like heartbreaking because it's like, well, why did that fail? Because, you know, it's navigating through that shit is a hard part. The marketing is hard. If you try to go on the aspect of shit stirring and drama, it's not sustainable. It's not, and you're going to alienate everything and everyone. I've seen it multiple times, you know. It's stupid.
I'm just gonna say, if there's any artists or creators watching, some people put this bug in my ear. I think it's really good if you're trying to grab like a huge audience boost, and you like, for example, I got 5 issues in my comic. Someone said, like, it was very good advice. If you can put like 1 issue or 1 book or something on Comixology for free, like just a small segment, a few pages, 18 pages or whatever, that's a good way to suck people in, because they'll read that little bit on Comixology and say, okay, where can I get more? Where can I get more? Now you've given them that little taste, and now they're gonna have to pay for anything that continues from there. Just something to consider. I plan on doing it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. I know a lot of people are using different things. What's the other one? Discord, Webtoons. I'm seeing a lot of different stuff. But yeah, I to be honest, I got to do more stuff like that too. I got to agree. That's the one part where I'm not that great at, is that marketing side of things.
Yeah,
it's like you got tunnel vision when you're creating, and you want to make sure it's the perfect thing. You want to make sure you got to talk to the printers. You got to make sure everything is right. And it's like, well, hold on. There's something that's lacking a little bit here. How do I get more eyes on this project?
Right.
Exactly.
It's a job all itself. But I'm gonna pull your campaign back up again. So we started with a baseline of 44 backers before you joined us, Vinny. And like I said, we come to you every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 90 minutes, 3 topics with 1 guest. Again, creators supporting creators. As you can see, this show is everything that I wanted a show to be. Sort of emulates everything we were talking about. And bam, look at how the audience came through for us tonight. 48.
Oh, yeah.
48 backers.
So much.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. And yeah, you guys do run a great show. I really like it. It's still, it does have like that kind of talk show vibe to it. Just but it's more genuine, because those talk shows, a lot of them are scripted. Yeah, this is just genuine and good. I like it.
Yeah, it's everything. Like I said, from doing the circuit myself, I just, you know, I'm a taker of ideas. You know, I want to jump into our chat quickly here, because a lot of people were jumping in. So Citizen Roman is mentioning IGG is a mess. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like I said, Luke's a good friend of mine and Fund My Comic. I mean, take it or leave it. What I like about Fund My Comics is like the way IGG used to be, because when he created Fund My Comic, it was the old So if you like how easy and simplistic IGG was before they messed it up, Fund My Comics still got that.
Gotcha.
Going.
Yeah, I never went to it just because I didn't know much about it. And I went with the bigger platform that I know has been very secure. I didn't know much about Fund My Comic, but I know a lot of people use it.
So I've been telling Michael the same thing. I think you did the right thing. Kickstarter, everyone loves the TNA, and Kickstarter has the biggest collection of indie fans who just go on it and just randomly buy books. So if you've got a beautiful cover, which all of your covers are amazing, Kickstarter is the right place to just get a random backer, just grab it and back it. 100%. That's where I would go. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fund My Comic, you have to direct your own traffic there. It's like anything else. If you've got a large following, they're going there because you told them to go there and shared the link. Right. It's just kind of the way it is. I'm going to keep throwing these. Phil Diaz did a tune for the lost pages for people who need to catch up to your. Yeah. Thanks. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to get through all these. Yeah, because the chat was humming. I think Rita Stories now was just saying amazingly talented.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And then Citizen was saying that you were in the scene. You were in the scene when I first came in. I saw you around. Like I said, this is the first time I've had a chance to stream with you. Austin jumped in, was mentioning he had to go to bed, but it was a great show. And then Citizen saying you're a great artist.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
I haven't seen him in a while. Matt Barr jumping in there says, "Sup, Vinnie, long time." What's that? See your boy.
Yeah, it's not something I feel like I'm gonna even answer. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's a waste of drama shit from years ago or whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't follow any of that stuff either.
Yeah, don't give it oxygen. It's great advice. Just ignore it.
Yeah, there's no need for it whatsoever.
Yeah. And then Chris was jumping in there. Yeah, branding cloud is everything. Yeah, just stay the course, stay on track, be professional. It goes.
Yeah. So whatever happened, there was a fraudulent campaign that happened when I was on Indiegogo with Shadow of the Kraken, and I contacted the what was it? I forgot the name exactly. It's basically like the digital version of the FBI. I reported the campaign. I don't know who is responsible for it. It doesn't matter because again, now I have it on Kickstarter, so it's fine. I don't care. I know other people were trying to cause problems and hackers and everything else.
So SF Gaming, he loves to grab lots of books. Is there a way to get all the books without backing this campaign multiple times?
Right now there isn't, because the thing is most of them are limited. Yeah, you might have to reach out on an email or something if I do have other things available. Because, like I said, I had them limited. I only had maybe 2 that were available, and they both sold that had like everything. Sorry, yeah, I didn't know either regarding Kickstarter. I didn't know it was like a one-time kind of backing, and then you adjust stuff. Because like what we know from Indiegogo, it's like you could put things in a shopping cart kind of deal.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm new to the platform. I only did one other campaign, so on Kickstarter.
So you can send him a DM on Twitter and maybe. And then Chris is also Global Comics. Yeah, exactly. Cool. And then I appreciate that. Radio Stories now says we're the best comic book show, and that's why we do this every single Friday.
She is not just beautiful; she is wise. Hell yeah!
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, that's everything. I'm jumping on with the chat. So we had 48. 48. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there any last minute things we want to plug? Any what you call it?
Well, I have my own YouTube channel as well. You can check that out. I've been doing in the past a bunch of art classes as well. So yeah, if you guys want to learn like anatomy, I have plenty of courses on that. Composition, things of that nature. I've been putting up a couple of shorts as well. I'm just kind of doing like art tips that are like 1 to 3 minutes. I've been trying that out this week. I might do more. I have some things planned. If I get more time, I'll do longer form videos again regarding that stuff. But like I said, I care about the artwork, and if it could help more people out, cool. That's what I want to put all my energy into. Not anything retarded or whatever other shit. But yeah, no, this stuff is fun. And if you guys want to check out my streams, I did a stream earlier, although we normally go to Rumble when we get political because yeah, YouTube is what it is. And it's not so much political. It's just kind of talking about the horrible things that are going on in the world right now. Because It's both sides are all shit. All sides are all shit. We found that out. Everyone at the top is compromised in some way, shape, or form. We found out through the Epstein files and everything. So if you want to listen to some of that, that's usually on Rumble. But for the most part, yeah, we do like to have some fun. We run the toy streams on Thursday, again, because that's my background, being a toy designer. Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, we stream on his channel and my channel on Thursday nights. We cover a bunch of stuff. So if you like Transformers, like the old stuff too, He-Man, whatever, we kind of jump around in the cool things that we enjoy. I also do watch parties on Sunday. We're continuing Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2. It's a blast. I met Bruce years ago. Super great guy. We have a mutual friend as well I did some work with. Serena Vincent. I got an interview with her on the YouTube channel as well from a couple of years back. Yeah, really good people. Yeah, if you want to see some cool stuff, I have a couple other celebrities I interviewed as well, friends I made over the years. I have Lee. Oh wait, I can't remember his last name right now. The one from Pirates of the Caribbean. The little guy, the bald dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hello, puppet. Yeah, I can't believe I'm blanking on his last name, but Lee's a good dude. I did an interview with him. One of the voice actors from Cowboy Bebop, Bo Billingsley. He played Jet. So yeah, if you want to check out that stuff, that's been on the YouTube channel for a while. Good people. I like to have good conversations and have a good time with folks. So
I have to check those out. That's like right up my alley. All that stuff, man.
Thank you.
All right. So we're at the 1 hour 44 minute mark. So we did go 15 minutes over. That's okay. Again, we had a height of 65 are joining us this evening. Able to get you a couple extras. Check out your artwork and first time coming to the show. Vinny, you're always welcome to come back as well. As long as we keep doing this show, you have a new campaign. Please reach out.
Awesome. Likewise. If you want to come on my channel, just let me know. No problem.
Hell yeah.
Lee Ehrenberg. Thank you. Thank you, Frankie. I don't believe I blanked on his last name. Oh my god! I was up till 4 last night working, so apologies.
But man, yeah. So I have an outro as well. I do a 6-minute outro just to say thank you to everyone for watching. You're welcome to stay if you want to chat in the back room. If you just dip out, Vinny, I won't be offended either. If you're not in the back room, it's totally up to you.
It's all good.
Take or leave it while the outros. I won't make you sit there and endure the whole thing. But again, the 65 for who attended, thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you for tuning in every weekend, hanging out with us, sharing some laughs, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. Indie creators supporting indie creators. Do you have any last things you want to say, Michael, in closing before I?
Oh, I'm just Austin was in the chat. I'm going to be working on a review video of his comic. It's a long time coming. I promised him I would get to it this weekend, so I'll post that next week with fan art of his, and he'll be on our show in a couple weeks, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and on that note, again, Friday night. Thanks again, Vinny, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Checking out your art. I'm looking
Thank you for having me. Like I said, you guys are awesome. This is a good time.
Dude, thank you.
And on that note, have a great weekend, everyone.
A year after his death, Val Kilmer is returning to the big screen, courtesy of artificial intelligence. First Line Films announced that a generative AI version of the late actor will co-star in the independent film As Deep as the Grave. The producers say Kilmer signed on for the role 5 years ago, but was unable to perform due to his health struggles with throat cancer. And his daughter, Mercedes Kilmer, gave the estates permission for the digital replication, stating that her father always viewed emerging tech as a tool to expand storytelling. This move reignites the debate over AI in Hollywood following the recent launch of Tilly Norwood, a completely AI-generated actress who has sparked outrage from unions over concerns about stolen performances and job displacement. Project's filmmakers insist they followed SAG-AFTRA guidelines and are compensating the estate. This isn't Kilmer's first brush with the technology. He previously used AI to recreate his own voice after losing it to cancer. The film, which was shot years ago, is now hoping for a release later this year.
По этой линии можете подержать? Угу, да, держите. Угу. Угу, так. Не двигались? Нет? Все? Сейчас обратно вернусь. Угу. Так. Стойте.
Nice! What else is coming? I love Beat Saber. Lay it on us. I'm excited. Alright, thanks, Dad. This is gonna be amazing. I think it's time for my workout. But enough with the fun and games. It's time for everyone's favorite. Work. I get that. But there will also be opportunities and benefits that we can't even imagine yet. For connection, for creation, for learning, and joy.
What makes a guy easily unattractive?
I will take the ring to Mordor.
What can I help you with?
I have a ring I would like to sell you.
Baseball or football?
Neither. This kind.
Oh, this guy.
I wish the ring had never come to me. So I'm here at the pawn shop today to try and sell it.
I really got to get this ring in my shop. This is not as uncommon as you might think. They actually made 20 of them. So what were you looking to do with it?
Maybe I should just keep it. Keep it safe.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you 20 bucks for it.
Mr. Frodo, why don't we just take the eagle straight to Mount Doom? That actually makes sense.
You gotta move or you'll die! I won't give up!
Oh wow, that could have been really bad. Yay! Never-ending happiness!
Boy, have I got something for you. And this sucker up here, there is a big eagle. Let's see if he gets it. He'll even dive into the water for it. Come, Green. Here he comes. Hopefully doesn't run away. Here he comes. Oh! How good is that?
Oh. Oh shit! Oh.
Tired of being the hero. I just want to be normal.
Well, if there's nothing I can do to change your mind,
Then maybe I can.
Hey, did you guys hear about the time that Chuck Norris got bit by King Cobra?
Huh?
Are you here?
No.
Tell me what happened.
Oh man, I tell you, after 5 days of agonizing pain, the cobra died. Face that makes him blink, and when he blinks, twitch. I don't age. I level up.